I don't know, maybe the link is not valid. That is why I have to start all over. Okay. So last time we had classes, we were discussing about I think supply and demand. Also, I want to lay more emphasis on that support and resistance. There are so many ways the market presents itself every day, which means that if market presents itself today, okay, and we took the trade, tomorrow it might be different. What I'm trying to say is that not all the time the market will be forming the same pattern every day. Okay? That is why whenever you took a trade, you saw, let's say for example, you saw a bullish engulfing pattern, then you took the trade. Then the following day, you saw the same bullish engulfing pattern, the same key level, then you took the trade, it go against you. You might be wondering that the market is probably, let's say the market is probably against you, or maybe there are some manipulative in the chart. Well, there's nothing like that. It only means that market presents itself every day with different dimension. What I'm trying to say is that market presents itself like, uh, today the market presents itself smoothly, tomorrow it might not be smooth. Okay, so I'm going to still lay more emphasis on how to draw support and resistance, because that is the most powerful thing in the powerful trading techniques in the binary option. You don't need strategy, you don't need MPL, you don't need QML on binary. All you need to know is learn how to draw support and resistance area. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do in this class section. I'm going to show you how to draw support and resistance. You see that market is reversing from here. You might be wondering, is it because of this area? Well, it's because of this area, because we see some bias entry. Psychologically, you see some bias entry here, so you can expect some bias entry here as well. But if you want to draw area, support and resistance area, you have to start from the origin. Okay, so if you look at the chart now, if you look at the chart, I see so many things occur here. I see that red candle change to green, red change, up, down, down, up, down, up. Then finally a breakout, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then finally a breakout, down, up. You can see that is how the market move. Then you want to draw a level here, you don't know how to draw it. Just watch how I'm going to draw the supports here. Okay, you see on the left side here, we have this red candle that reversed the market to the upside. We also have this red candle, we also have this red candle. Then we have rejection here, the market after breakout, the market reverse. Here we have so many rejection here, here also so many rejections, and here also a breakout, and here also support. So right now, if you want to draw a support area in binary option, especially IQ option platform, you use two lines. Okay, so now I'm using two lines. Okay, sometimes you use three lines, but here I'm using two lines. Now I've drawn the two lines. The second line here is at the lowest low. Okay, because this is where the buyers enter the market. Buyers also enter the market. Yes, when the sellers break the buyer's area, sellers entered again. Okay, so the same thing here, rejection. Now you see, when price fall, when the price is falling, we see some buyer's entry here. Then the market again mitigate the buyer's area. We see some buyer's entry here. Here the market decided to go up, but sellers take over because This is not the right time. It seems the right time, not the right time for the market to reverse to the upside. But sellers again still entered and reached the buyer's zone. This was the candle that triggered this bullish movement. This small, this small red candle. It was the entry trigger. Also, we have this green candle, and then we have this green candle. This small candle, we call it a spinning top, or you might say a doji, but it has a tiny body. Then this one we might call it a pin bar because it has a tiny body. And this we might call it a hammer candlestick, okay? Because the lower shadow, the lower wick is longer than its body, the size of the body. Then after the hammer, we see some buyers move. We see buyers entry, we see buyers entry, we see buyers entry, okay? Which means that buyers entered from this area to the upside, okay? So let's check some other example on how to draw support and resistance. I think OTC market has resumed. Okay, so let's check OTC market. It's the same analysis you can do. You see that sellers enter from this level here. There are some sellers here. Sellers again enter from this level. So according to the price movement, it's the market is bullish. The market is trendy, which is if the market is trendy, you make use of the trend line. Okay, you make use of the trend line if the market is trendy. Okay, so I'm going to draw the trend line like this. Okay, let me extend the trend line more, then clone it. Okay, you can see this is a resistance, here also a resistance, and here also a resistance. Then the support, let's draw the support. Okay, you can make use of two lines. So that is the support. All you have to do is wait for the market to reach this area or this support trend line, resistance trend line area, or this support trend line area. All you have to do is wait. So, and again, you can still make use of horizontal line. Okay, you can make use of horizontal line. Okay, before you make use of horizontal line, check the market movement. We have a green, a red, then buyer centered. So let's check if we are going to see any green to red. Okay, I think this is the green to red. You can see after sellers entered, buyers entered. Then after buyers entered, sellers entered. So let's say we want to draw a support. In that case, we draw a support like this. So you can see when the market reached there, we see some buyers entry. Then we have a fake breakout. Then we see some buyers entry. Now you can see the market is now inside the resistance area. but the buyers break the area. Okay, the buyers break the area, resistance area. So what are you going to do? Should you trade a call option or a put option? Well, to be on the safe side, do not take any trade here. Okay, to be on the safe side, do not take any trade. But I expect sellers to enter the market. I expect sellers to enter the market, but I just adjust the trend line. So, but I still expect sellers to enter the market because the candle really closed inside the area and there was a rejection from sellers. Okay, there was a rejection from sellers. So that is why sometimes when you trade, you always lose the trade because you see that market has break resistance. Oh, let us go with buyers. PM, enter buyers entry and you lost the trade. Or you see the market break a support, you go with sellers. PM, you enter lost the trade. Okay, but you never observe that the market is rather moving in a trendy direction, and this is the trendy direction I'm talking about. Okay, the market is moving a trendy direction. So as the market reach the resistance trend line, we see some sellers entries here. If the candle is not rejected, if there's no rejections, we can't expect sellers entry. So that is why if you check on the left side, we see so many rejections at the trend line which I've drawn. So you see so many rejection, almost but not touch it. And then at the starting point we see a rejection. Okay, you might be wondering, how did I even draw the trend line? Well, it's logically and also a psychological uh, way of thinking, like thinking what the market is doing. You see the market drop here, then reverse. Then we see this green, red pattern. Before we know, we have a strong sellers movement and then a market retrace, then sellers entered again, which means that the market has already break a resistance, a support level here. That support level, you can draw a trend line, something like, sorry, you can draw the horizontal line, something like this. So after I see that even drawing horizontal line, you can also make use of the trend line. This first line here, the first trend line here, it works as a support. Then we see a breakout. Then the second trend line also work as a resistance. So that is how I draw it. You can see the seller start entering the market. So that is how you trade support and resistance using the trend line. So why the market? Okay, let's check some other currency pair. Let's check Euro JPY on OTC market. So learn how to trade different market structure. This is also a trendy market. Okay, this is also a trendy market. So let's draw support and resistance. Okay, so here is our support. I'm going to use the two lines. Second line will be here. Okay, this lowest low. Then resistance. Okay, look on the left side here. We have a support, then breakout. It should become a resistance here, which means I'm going to extend the line like this. Okay, support here, it become a resistance. Also it become a resistance. So let's assume I adjust the line a little bit lower, then make it double the line. Okay, so now that is our resistance trend line. Now we can see that sellers has already breaking support. So what do you expect to happen next? Well, I did expect sellers to enter the market because after the market, this is a clean breakout. Okay, here the market failed multiple times to break the support, but finally the market break the support, which means that I expect sellers again to enter on the next candle, except that was a false breakout. But let's see how market is going to react. Also have a resistance here. This is a support. Also is a resistance, horizontal resistance. Okay, as you can see, as you can see, buyers decided to enter but close inside the horizontal and also the trend line resistance. Okay, after there's a clean breakout of the support trend line, I knew sellers will enter, but the buyers decided to enter. Okay, buyers decided to enter but got rejection from this trend line and also from this horizontal line. It got rejection inside the horizontal area and the trend line area. You can see the sellers is now going down. Now watch what is going to happen again. If the market pull back, if the market pull back to this entry, to this area, something like this, we can expect some sellers to go more down. Okay, but it seems the market is still going down. So that is how you trade support and resistance trend line. You can see after the market reversed from the support and resistance, sorry, from the resistance trend line, it stopped at this horizontal support, okay, which I have drawn on the left side here. Okay, it stopped at this support, horizontal support, a shaven bottom candle close inside the zone, then a spinning top candle formed with a strong buy pressure candle, okay, which indicate that buyers should enter the market. Let's see Euro USD. Well, there's nothing else occur here. Okay, so let's check some more of this currency pair. Okay, let's see how the market structure presents itself. Well, this is a ranging market, not a sideways market. So how do you trade ranging market? You make use of the horizontal lines, not trend line. Make use of the horizontal lines. So when you want to draw support and resistance using horizontal line, you look for support where you look for RS flipped or SR flipped. Or what I'm trying to say is that you look for support flip to resistance or resistance flip to support. Okay, look at this area. Support here flipped to resistance, resistance here also flipped to support. But according to the price movement here, which is we are looking for where the sellers might likely to enter, so we have to draw the second line above to make it look like a resistance. So let's see how this candle is going to close. You can see the candle reject from the level, we have a seller's entry. Now as the market is going down, let's see how we can go to intercept the movement. So we look for SNR flipped, like support change to resistance, then resistance change to support. You can see support here change to resistance, resistance here change to support. So we are looking for a support. Let's draw the trend line, sorry, the second line at the low, okay, which indicate the market also reach the support. We can expect we can expect some buyers entry if the candle close inside the zone, inside the area. Okay, let's see. or a very strong sellers movement. Okay, very strong sellers movement, and there is no support. So what I'm trying to say is that I didn't see any opportunity to draw support, which means that as the sellers has break the support area, I expect sellers to go more down. Okay, so I expect some sellers movement. Here you see the market close inside this area, buyers entered, but this time it closed here. So we expect sellers to enter again for 1 minute because of this minor movement, minor downtrend, but it's close below the horizontal area, which is the support area. Then I expect at least one more bearish candle. You can see this that is there. Let's see this. You can see sellers is going down very strongly after the breakout. So the sellers break the trend line. It also break the horizontal lines. So this one, same thing happened here. Sellers break this horizontal line only. So that is why it's going down. You can see the buyers are still moving up because the market closed inside this horizontal line. Okay, it did not break the horizontal line, but it closed inside the horizontal line. This is not the breakout. It closed inside the horizontal lines. So that is why the buyers entered. But if this candle closes inside the horizontal line, we can expect buyers entry as well. Same thing here. If candle closes inside the horizontal line, we can expect buyers entry, but nothing happened. So sellers are entering the market. Let's see if we can intercept the movement. Actually, we are looking for SNR flipped, but there's no opportunity here again. Okay, so let's see if I'm going to draw SNR flipped here. Support, resistance, support, resistance. Okay, I'm going to draw a horizontal line here. Then the second line should be second line should be here. So which means that if the market reaches inside the zone on the right side, we are expected the market to reverse. So let's see. But it only occur as a rejections. You can see the candle reject, then buyers entered. Okay, so that is how you trade support and resistance. Let's see some more example. Okay, here this is this is also a trendy a ranging market, not a trendy market, but the overall trend is down. But according to the current price movement, it's a ranging market. So how do you trade a ranging market? Look for SNR flipped or RS flipped. So we are looking for support because of this red. We are looking for support. So let's check it out. How are we going to draw it? I think it should be, wow, the market is so rough here. It should be somewhere around here. Okay. You can see, let's check it out. Resistance, resistance, support, support. So which means that, okay, a resistance here as well, which means that the market closed in here. What I'm expecting is some buyers entry. Okay, so as the sellers has closed here, though there wasn't any rejection, but this is also let's say a Marbozu candle. But at least I'm expecting one more red candle. After one more red candle, I can expect some buyers entry. Okay, I think the sellers now is entering the market. If there's any rejection, there wasn't any rejection. But I think the buyer should enter this time because this candle is not as strong as the previous one. Okay, this candle is not as strong as this previous one. So it means that the sellers are reducing. So which indicate the price or the buyer should enter on the next candle. So I expect a bullish candle here. Okay, you can see market rejects from the horizontal lines. Let's check this one. Here the market again visit the support area. We see some buyers entry. Okay, there wasn't any buyers entry. Oh wow, there was a buyer's entry. I think the market is kind of not giving me the kind of prediction I like. Okay, I like to predict and also have faith in my prediction, but I doesn't have faith here because this candle is somewhat confusing. Though the candle is very small, but no rejection, it just closed exactly inside the zone. So, but I like to go with my prediction, which means the market is inside the buyer zone. So I expect buyer's entry here. But according to the price movement, they say no. Let's deceive the trader. Okay, but they close weak. They close weak. The buyers entered, but very weak. Okay, so let's see. Okay, as the candle is going down, let's check if you can intercept the movement. Okay, I think there's no opportunity. There's no opportunity. Opportunity. Okay, I think I can draw it here. Here's the support is right here and bam. So which means that the next support area is right here. So what I'm expecting is one more red candle to form. Then after that we have a bullish entry. Okay, so let's see that. I think the sellers now have entered the market. So let's see there's going to be any rejections from sellers, from buyers. Oh, come on. What's wrong with the network now? Okay, now the network is not stable. You can see one more red. Then I expect a bullish candle to form on the next one here, but a very tiny bullish candle. Actually, is still not in my best interest to predict market like this. Okay, it's not that movement that I like to see. I would like the type of candlestick I like to see. Okay, almost, but there was a rejection, and then the market is coming down. Let's see more example. Okay, so you cannot just assume the market is trendy. You have to check the whole market structure. Okay, I think the market movement here is kind of trendy, a trendy market. But how do we draw? The question is, should we draw a trend line or horizontal line? Well, you can make use of both. Okay, you can make use of the both analytic tools. But in this kind of situation, I'm going to draw a trend line because if I connect from this high, extend it to the right side like this, I should be having my resistance trend line, something like this. Extend it up. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have this rejection seller's entry. Here also the candle got rejected from the trend line, and I think we can expect seller's entry from there. Let's see if we can draw the horizontal level as well. So what we need to look for is look for SNR flipped. We see a tiny support become a resistance. So all we have to do is look for a resistance, right? I think it should be something like this. Look for a resistance. Yeah, we got the resistance, horizontal resistance. So which means the candle is inside the horizontal resistance, but this one got rejected from the horizontal resistance and the horizontal the resistance trend line. That is why sellers entered. But this time I expect sellers if this candle will close like this. Okay, let me do some inspection on the horizontal line. It seems the market is kind of having a new high there. Okay, not a new high entirely. I think it should be something like this, but I think it's okay like that. So let's see what we have here. Right now, I'm expecting some sellers entries. Okay, I'm expecting some sellers entries because this candle itself is a shooting star candle. A shooting star candle reject from this resistance trend line, then close inside the horizontal trend line. Okay, so that's indicate that also we have this pin back candle reversal sign. So we have two reversal sign here. So that is why I expect sellers entry on the next candle here. So let's see what is going to happen. What is wrong with the network? I don't think why the net. I don't like with the way the network is misbehaving here. I don't know why. Come on, come on. I'll soon be through. One more example before we call it a day. Okay, there's something I also want to talk about trading support and resistance area. Okay, after you have analyzed the trend, because that is the first thing you do, analyze the trend. Is it a downtrend? Is it an uptrend? Is it a ranging market? After you analyze the market structure, the next thing you do is I think make use of your analytic tools like your trend lines, horizontal lines, Fibonacci retracement zone, something like that. After you have done that, then the next thing you do is wait for a price rejections. Because sometimes the market reach the zone or area and doesn't reject, but to be on the safe side, wait for a price rejection. But if you want to trade in a risky way, you can trade candlestick pattern without that doesn't have rejection. Example like the shaven top. or seven bottom. Okay, so once the candle close inside this area we are talking about, observe the type of candlestick that form, then you should know what to do. Okay, so also make sure that you are able to draw the area perfectly, because sometimes you might think the market has break the area but it didn't. Okay, so those are the things you must consider before taking a trade, trading support and resistance. So trading support and resistance is kind of simple, and it's kind of simple and perfect. Oh, the market is, you see, market is now reversing from the support. Okay, and here the market revisit the support. I expect buyers entry if there's any, if there's no breakout, but according to the network is kind of not stable right now. Okay, we have a gap up, market reject from that level. Okay, remember, if buyers again enter to visit the level and reject from this zone, sellers might not enter immediately. Sellers might likely to enter if we reject from maybe the old zone, the trend line zone and the horizontal zone. Okay, just like this. This candle reject from the horizontal, from the trend line resistance, then close inside the horizontal resistance. Assuming that there wasn't any horizontal resistance but only reject from the trend line resistance, we can expect some buyers entry to fill the gap. But there's no gap to fill. The horizontal resistance is seller's area as well on the left side. The trend line resistance is also seller's area on the left side, or according to the structure. So same thing here. If the candle reject from the horizontal, from the trend line resistance and close inside the horizontal resistance, we might likely to see sellers. But if it only reject from this horizontal resistance, we might likely to see buyers to fill the gap or break the trend line. Okay, here we can see that sellers break the horizontal support. That is why we have some sellers movement to the downside. Okay, yeah, there wasn't any breakout. You can see candle close inside buyer center. Then we have some fake move below the area. The buyers still enter the market. And what do we have here? The market after break this support, it keep going down or it keep falling down. You can see now. You can see what I'm trying to say. Very simple trading analysis. This candle finally closed inside this support trend line, then also the horizontal trend line. That is why the buyers entered. Oh, come on. What's wrong with the network? Okay, I think the network is not stable. Don't worry, you're going to watch the video. So I think the video will make you understand better more. I think maybe I don't know why my network is not stable these days. So if there's no stable network, I don't like trading on my live account. Okay, so like I was saying, I was saying, the market reject from the horizontal, also from the trend line. You can see some buyers entry. Let's check this one out. Then the market come back inside the zone, but buyers are very weak. Okay, the buyers they are very weak. The candle close inside because of this movement. So market is going down. Okay, here after the support breakout, there was a rejection from sellers. Okay, a huge rejection. which means that you can also draw a trend line because I can see two swing high. Can see two swing high. Okay, so which means if market close inside this trend line, also horizontal, you can expect seller's entry. So I think I should stop here for today. I think I should stop here for today. Don't worry, I'm going to share you the video. You're going to watch the video and you're going to understand uh, the video. I think that is okay for today. So I hope you understand how to trade support and resistance without any problem. So this is how you trade support and resistance without any problem in binary. Now look at this now. I have predict at least six six candles on uh, different currency pairs. So which means that at least you can make profit trading support and resistance like this. You don't need any other strategy. You don't need to struggle with strategy. All you need is trading support and resistance in a simple way, the way you should understand it. Don't find strategy. Don't look for strategy. Don't say, wow, let me use this strategy. Okay, well, I have this first strategy in binary option, but I don't recommend you to be relying so much on strategy. All you need is rely so much on how you can analyze the market, build your own trading psychology. Okay, build your own trading psychology. The way I trade support and resistance, I have never seen a trader trade like this before. I haven't seen a trader trade support and resistance like this before. Okay, the way I do the analysis, I haven't seen a trader do the analysis like this before. It's just how I develop my own trading psychology. Okay, but I'll have you to have your own trading psychology. But this support and resistance trading psychology should give you a clue on how you're going to trade your own support and resistance trading psychology. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So, in case you want to ask any question after you have practiced and you didn't get it, just let me know in the WhatsApp group. So, I'll be off for now. So, see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.